Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. I decided to do another video on the Retro Pixel to show you guys some stuff that I've been working on for the last few days. There's some technical stuff, so I'll just gloss over that. Basically, RetroArch was installed as a system app and it was causing issues with the core downloader and using new cores. So I went in through ADB, got root access, pulled it out, and reinstalled it as a normal app, and I was able to get it working properly with the front ends and the core downloader. I'll just kind of gloss over. This is my favorite front end. It's called Arc Browser. It's not free. You do have to pay for it, but it does work really well. Dig is now working as well. I'm not going to play each game for a very long time. I'm just kind of giving you guys an overview or an idea. You can scrape your artwork here as well. I just haven't done that yet. Winter Wonderland. I'm not actually going to play that game, but you get the point. The difference here that I see mainly between the ESP32 Game Boy Color and this is that this can do a lot more systems. For example, the ESP32 might be able to do, 10 different systems. This can easily do 50 plus. That was a close one. That was even closer. Like I said, I'm not going to play every game for too terribly long. I'm just kind of showing you that everything works as it should. Also, you can change the ratio to get rid of the black bars, or you can keep the original Game Boy ratio. Whatever you want. There's no lagging in the audio, no crackles. Again, you get the idea. Oops, wrong button. As I was saying in a previous video, the reason why, or one of the reasons why I like Arc so much is because you can actually set it as your launcher, so you never have to see the home screen of Android again once you've got it set up how you want it. Which, honestly, I prefer for a device like this. I'd rather boot right into the front end and just start gaming. Forgot how much of this there is. Picture looks nice too. I know I'm skipping a couple of systems. I'm trying to get through this. I don't want to keep you guys here for an hour. There's also a couple of things in RetroArch I want to show you as well. Stuff that I haven't loaded into the front end yet on my end. The volume works pretty well, I'd say. It's very audible. Too much acrobatics, not enough fighting. There we go, that's better. No surprise that Nintendo works. However, I got a nice surprise here. Now, the thing about Nintendo DS is, first of all, Drastic is a paid app, so you're going to have to buy it. I think it's like $5. And also, there's a couple other quirks, which is that there's no stylus control, so any game that needs a stylus you can't play. And also because of the size of the screen, trying to play split screen is really bad, so you want a large size, like I'll show you. The screen on the left, you can full screen it. Alright, so let's get into the game first here. And then once you're here, you tap this button. And if you have your main display on the wrong side, then you want to flip it. Otherwise, you want to just do this and full screen it. We had to work on the ratio a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It's fixable. Especially with root access. You should be able to just change the DPI of the screen slightly. This was a nice surprise that it works. Oh, I skipped the big mushroom, didn't I? Oh, maybe not. Then to exit, you pull up the menu, scroll down. Again, menu is this button here. And quit. I thought that having Nintendo DS running was actually a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting it to work when I tried it, and then it did.
Universal Interactive Studios production. Okay, created and developed by Naughty Dog.
You get the point. I don't really need to go any further into it there. Once we're done with Arc Browser in a minute, I'm just going to go right into RetroArch and show you a few things there. OpenBore also works. I suspect we might be able to get, I think it's called EKL21. There's a Nokia N-Gage emulator. I suspect that might work as well. I haven't tested it yet, but I will. Game Gear is Game Gear. I don't really need to go into depth on that one. Same deal with Master System. I'll boot a game, but it's nothing special. It's Master System. So I think you get the point, right? It's kind of does its job. Does what it's supposed to do, you know. Mega Drive, we'll just boot a Sonic game real quick here. Just so we can say that we did. I think I clicked the wrong file, to be honest, though. I tried to load the artwork instead of the game. Or it just doesn't like this Sonic. Oh, there we go. Anybody who really knows me knows that I grew up with Sonic, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I need to switch this. This is using a standalone instead of... That's actually a relic right here. That predates what I was talking about earlier when I went in and fixed RetroArch. Which is why it's still a standalone. You can obviously use standalones, but it's really not necessary for the majority of things. A couple systems you definitely will need it for, but globally, no. RetroArch will do 85% of everything you need on this device. I'm actually a fan of TurboGrafx. It was a good system back in its time. This works alright. I'm not going to say it works amazingly, but it's not bad. It does what it's supposed to do. Let's put it that way. It just takes a minute to load. Or it could just not like the game that I chose. Let's find out. Oh, there we go. Seems a little bit laggy. I'd say it's playable, but not great. Alright, so let's get out of there. Now we're going to jump right into RetroArch. There's a couple of things here that, like I said, I haven't loaded in yet. But I still wanted to highlight them in the video. And there's also a couple of things I haven't even tested yet that I kind of wanted to do as well. And I may as well just do that here. So let's try SNES MSU1, which is Super Nintendo with CD quality audio. I'd say that works. Oh, I should have just exited the game. Oh well. So anyways, that's Super Nintendo with CD quality audio. I've also got Mega Drive here, and I haven't tried it yet, so I kind of wanted to do that. Let's go with Moonwalker, why not? Question is which. I think it's this core, Genesis Plus GX. You'll know pretty quick if it's working. Oh yeah. Actually, it's not playing the music. So I guess I need to look into what's going on with MSU1 and probably stop closing RetroArch. That would help. So MSU1 for Sega is possible as well. It just needs some tweaking and setting up. Also haven't added a lot of the arcade stuff in yet to the front end just because I haven't gotten there. There's a fair amount of work and effort that goes into that. Trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff like the Sharp X1 and a lot of the older computer systems and DOS, things of that nature do run as well here. I'll show you what I mean quickly. Oh, there we go. It apparently takes its time loading, but let's not exit RetroArch this time. Do a quick browse through. Coleco Super Game Module I haven't really had a chance to test out yet, so I can't comment as to whether it works or not at this current time. I'm also going to try Mega Drive MSU1 over in the 32-bit RetroArch quickly after this. And let's make sure Neo Geo works. I suspect that it will, but testing anyway. Definitely working. So yeah, Neo Geo for sure works. I wanted to try MSU1 over here, and also to point out that for 32X Sega CD, you also want to use Pico Drive and the 32-bit. So for PlayStation and Pico Drive, or PlayStation and Sega CD / Sega 32-bit, 32X, I should say, you want to be using RetroArch 32. Fingers crossed. I really want the CD quality audio in my Mega Drive. Uh-oh. I guess I don't like this game. Either that or this version of the core is just too old to have the ability to do it. Try one more game, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work for now. I'll have to go back and figure out what's wrong. Yeah, so either this version of the core... Yeah, this version of the core has to be too old. I'll try the widescreen one, but I'm not holding my breath. Most likely I'm going to have to rebuild the core for Android. Which is fine. It's not that big of a deal, but better that I know now than later. I think we're getting the same result. Okay, so it's safe to say that I need to work on Mega Drive MSU1. Also, while we're here, I'll show you Dig real quick. It's still scraping, but generally speaking, it'll auto-scrape your stuff for you. All your systems will appear here. You can also scrape your box art like this. And it works the same as the Arc browser front end. The only difference is that you can't use it as the launcher, so you're forced to open it manually after you boot your system. But other than that, it is free, so it's definitely an alternative option. That's going to about wrap it up for this video. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be sure to update the links for this device once it becomes available to the public. Take care. Thanks for watching.